Hi there and welcome to my kitchen. Thank you so much for watching. What we're going to be cooking today is I'm going to be cooking some chicken karahi, which is usually made in the Western Asia, India. It's a Pakistani dish. And so what I'm going to be cooking it out of is chicken. You can do it out of beef, which is called beef karahi, or mutton karahi, which would be lamb meat. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cooking it from chicken. And what we're going to need is we're going to need 2 small onions chopped finely. We're going to need 2 medium tomatoes, 1 small chili, green chili, and we're using about 1.5 pounds of boneless chicken breast. And then I have about 3 cloves of garlic. We're going to need some oil. What I usually use is olive oil. It's the extra virgin olive oil because it's thicker and it's healthier. But you can use any kind of oil. It doesn't really matter. Now, what I have here is some spices that I've mixed together, which is the red one right here. What I have in here is I have some red chili powdered pepper, paprika, a little salt, a little turmeric, and some black pepper, and some garlic powder. So that's just a little spice that I mix together and I use whenever I cook any kind of karahi or curry or anything. And then we have a little salt that we're going to add to taste, and we got a little more turmeric powder just for taste and for color. So let's get started. Now we're going to be serving this with some naan, and I'm going to show you how to make that as well. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and add in our oil. I'm using about a 1/2 cup of oil. You can use more, but you know, I don't really use too much oils. So we're using about 1/2 cup. Okay, now I'm going to add in our onions. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cook the onions in here for about 5 minutes until they're golden brown. Okay. This is a very easy dish and you're going to love it. Okay, so we cooked the onions here, fried them for about 4 to 5 minutes. Make sure you don't have it on very high heat because it will burn the onions and we don't want that smell in the curry that we're going to be making. So now that they look good enough, browned enough, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw in our chicken. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to throw in our garlic. And we're also going to add our spices in there now. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons, about heaping full tablespoons of the little spices that I mixed together, remember, which was paprika, some red chilies, black pepper, a little salt, a little turmeric, and a little garlic powder. You can get like the made box of spices, which is the Shan, our national, from the Indian stores here. But I like to make my own spices because I don't know what they put in there. Okay, now I'm going to add in our turmeric, just a little, and a little salt, because remember I already have some of the salt in the spice that I made. Okay, let's get this all mixed together. It's smelling good in here. So we're just going to let this fry and cook here We're going to stir it every 1 minute because we don't want it to burn or stick. We're going to let this cook like this for about 5 to 6 minutes. So we've been cooking the chicken for about 5 minutes. Okay, we've been cooking the chicken for about 5 minutes. What we're going to do now is we're going to add our tomatoes. And we're going to add in our green chilies. We're going to let this cook for about another 4 to 5 minutes, just like this. I'm going to turn the heat down a little. And I'm going to let this cook in here for about 5 more minutes. Okay. So this has been cooking on medium heat for about 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. And as you can see, it's getting watery because of the tomatoes that we put in there. So I'm just going to mix it a little. And I'm just going to let it cook for a few more minutes in here. For about another 4 minutes. And I'll just cover it up. Woo. So after we put the tomatoes in, this has been cooking for about 5 minutes, covered on medium heat. That's how it should look. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to add about a half glass of water in there. We'll let this simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're letting it simmer in that half glass of water that I put in there. Okay, so once we let it simmer in that water for about 2 to 3 minutes, it's all done. We're going to turn the heat off and just take it off the stove. Okay, and once you take it off the heat, you're ready to serve. And you have delicious chicken karahi. And you would eat this with naan. And be sure to watch my videos coming up soon for how to make naan. And I hope you enjoy your delicious chicken karahi. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you, and thanks for watching.
Bye.